Hi everybody, this is Table for Four. I'm Matthew,
And I'm Connor.
I'm Gibson.
I'm Gavin.
and today we're gonna have a serious discussion about Paper Mario. And it started out on the N64, the Nintendo 64, and it was a pseudo 3D RPG action adventure game. It was released in Japan August 11th, 2000, and I really love it. I adore this game, guys. It's
I
pretty
played the
fantastic.
first one.
I remember playing like a rental of it back when they did Nintendo 64 rentals.
When they did rentals. I mean, it's a pretty good game.
I mean, little me was a little too stupid to enjoy the game. I just kind of like tried to go through it and got stuck.
What do you mean you
were
tried
too
to enjoy?
Stupid to enjoy the game.
You couldn't enjoy it?
The
No.
game was too hard.
I meant you just sitting there as a kid,
It's
like, am I too
I mean,
stupid to play?
I don't think it's so much hard as it is just like RPG elements are a little different.
It's sort of like, where do I go? What do I do?
It's bad conveyance. Yeah, conveyance was all right. I'm just gonna
Define conveyance.
when you don't give the player like there are some. Well, there is a difference between conveyance. This is a talk for a different.
No,
Yeah.
but
I mean, if
you
you're
brought
gonna use
up.
it to describe the game,
Yeah.
Yep.
You said it was
Conveyance.
bad conveyance. so
Conveyance,
it's
I
like-
feel, is something that the game developers and the player have an unwritten contract about. If you don't give your player enough hook and enough all right, this is what you're supposed to do.
Direction.
Direction. There you go. Thanks. Then you're doing something wrong. But if you give them too much and hold their hand too much, there's a good balance in there.
This is annoying.
Yeah, it's very annoying. Paper Mario doesn't do that. Paper Mario is crafty in its ways. Talk about some of those ways.
I get it, because
Crafty.
it's paper.
Crafty. And you have paper craft.
I get it.
I hate myself.
Matt made a joke.
I get
It's
it.
a funny.
I didn't make a joke. You guys just.
Matt made a joke.
It was.
All right. So the.
You say it's crafty in its ways, but from what I remember of the beginning of the
How
game,
far did you get?
I think I
Far
got
until you were too stupid to play.
I got the hammer.
He
And
couldn't
I
beat
did a
the
little bit
first
with a
Goomba
hammer.
The
And then-
first hammer.
Well, not the first hammer. Like I got a little bit after the hammer. Then I stopped playing because I was bad. But I played a little bit off my dad's file. I was like, whoa, there's all these cool people. What do I do with them? And I was just kind of wandered around and grinded battles.
Yeah.
But from what I remember of the beginning, it was just like talk to this NPC. The NPC tells you the general direction of where to go. You go to where that NPC says.
Sort of, I
He's
guess. I
not
mean,
wrong.
It wasn't
he's
like you
not.
were given
but
a riddle. Like, what do I do? How do
there
I do?
there were a couple of times where it was kind of riddly though. What
Ridley?
chap?
Ridley confirmed. Paper Mario.
Whew.
Happening.
This is derailing too quickly. I'm just bad.
Sorry.
It's cool, man. It's all good. So what happens is in the story of Paper Mario on the N64, Bowser. Well, actually, no. Peach has this little get together at her castle, and Mario's invited, and he goes there, and it turns out Bowser has put an underground lair underneath the castle and just raises it out of the ground. And I'm like, how did you even do that?
That's awesome.
No one
He's
noticed.
Bowser, man.
Yeah,
Bowser
it's
just
like
does
how
does
did
what
how
he
did you get the
wants.
construction? How is that? How are you even capable?
I imagine
of that?
Bowser does that, and Peach is like, I think I want to add a basement. And they drop plans, everything. They start digging, and they hit his underground
And
fortress.
they just fall through.
He's fall through, like, what the heck? And Bowser's like, oh, we weren't supposed to see this yet.
Plan
This was
is
a
to go
surprise.
right now. We
Battle
just, we gotta
stations.
go.
Combined with that and the fact that Bowser stole the Star Rod, which isn't even a Mario item. Isn't that from Kirby?
The Star Rod? I don't.
There's a Star Rod in Kirby, but they
Yeah, in
it
Kirby's
exists in Paper Mario
Dreamland.
universe.
Yeah, it's just weird. I never heard anything about the Star Rod from Mario until then.
Yeah, that's the first time I think it was ever mentioned in Mario.
But
It was definitely in Kirby at one point. Is it the same Star Rod?
I have no
Right?
idea.
And everything? Here, I'll pull that up right
Cool. All I know is it's the Fountain of Dreams, is Kirby's Star Rod. But he steals the Star Rod and locks away these 7 magical guardians called the Star Spirits And basically, your journey consists of going and collecting those star spirits so you can overpower Bowser's Star Rod.
I mean, the Star Rods in Kirby and in Paper Mario here, they both have a star on top, and they're both a rod. But
Sounds legit.
I wouldn't say that it was copied.
Kirby just throws stars with it, and Bowser becomes invincible.
Well, I didn't say they were like copied. I just said like that'd be cool if that was like a connection of the two.
Well, I mean, if you look at it.
I mean, you can basically put star in front of anything and make it Mario related.
Oh, okay. And it looks more like a candy cane or something.
Yeah. So it's.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like a relation. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but I'm not saying it is.
Yeah, it'd be neat. Let's see. The formula for Paper Mario 1 and Thousand Year Door, I won't jump into Thousand Year Door too much yet, but I'll just say that the formula, at least story-wise, is pretty straightforward and pretty much formula. Like, they are rooted around the formula. The villain gets their hands on something, and you have to stop them by collecting other somethings.
That's really specific.
It's super specific.
Collect things, stop the bad guy from using his thing.
Like
Game
Paper
over.
Mario, you have
You win.
But usually, like, the bad guy will break your thing, and then by some magic, you'll fix your thing at the very last second.
Oh my
It's
god.
like, oh,
So-
you broke the star rod. How bad? Magic. It's good now. It's all right. Don't worry.
It's,
Seems like a classic Legend of Zelda. You have to get all the sages to help you have enough power to beat the last big bad.
that's sort of what it is. Like Paper Mario, it's like you get the star spirits and they gain control over the star rod again at the end. Spoilers.
Wow.
Pacing?
Why do we like your pacing's awful?
My pacing
First off.
is point blank
Is
perfect.
awful.
Dude, skip straight to
But
the
I
ending.
don't understand why you have to say spoilers at all, and especially after the fact.
It's a joke.
That's
Like, when we know
Jesus.
that we're discussing the entire series here.
Jesus.
Dude, Mario is in the game. Spoilers.
Dude,
What?
Luigi's in the
Spoilers.
game.
Luigi is in the game. Spoilers. Don't.
Luigi
don't.
doesn't play a big role.
Luigi does
Spoilers.
nothing.
Dude, Luigi plays the biggest role.
As the biggest brother.
He throws a parade.
Pretty important job. I mean, if you ever tried to throw a parade, that's a lot of work.
I am sure you're not wrong.
Combat in Paper Mario series traditionally consists of RPG elements, like it's take-turn RPG battle, and you time your attacks, like if you go to jump
it's like
on someone.
a quick time event.
Kind of. Yeah, it's quick time-ish.
It's very similar to Super Mario RPG, right?
Yeah, originally they were going to call it Super Mario RPG 2, but they had legal issues with Square Enix, who helped them originally make Super Mario RPG. So instead, they changed the name to Mario Story in Japan and Paper Mario in the US. And it's pretty spot on, like RPG. It's just like a really fun game. I don't know. There's not much to say about it. The combat.
I really like the art style of it though, because it was a completely different take on the Mario series with the whole paper mechanic and everything.
Yeah.
And I liked how they elaborated on it further along through the series.
Yeah, definitely. Because in the original, it's just like, oh, they're paper. It's funny, haha. At Thousand Year Door, they had different abilities that you could use, like the
Plane ability?
plane ability or the roll ability
Or the paper ability?
the paper ability, where you can go thin as paper and but you're already as thin as paper, and then you can go through objects.
Can we just talk about like some of the names of your like sidekicks and everything? Goombario?
Goombario is the best.
Cooper the Koopa?
It's
I
pretty
mean,
great.
Like
it's pretty alright.
Wait till you get to Koops.
Koops. Oh, Koops is in the second game. Yeah. That is something that is worth mentioning. Along the game, they pace you with these partners that have different abilities. Goombario is your Navi, basically.
Dude,
And
he's
he
your
just
number
tells
one
you.
fan.
He's your number one fan. What? I thought Goombella was your number one fan.
Yeah, there's plenty of #1 fans.
Goombario
hey,
is
the
your
Mario
real
Wiki says
number one fan.
Goombario is Mario's biggest fan.
Where does it say
Well, is
that?
he the biggest or is he number one?
The biggest fan.
So he's just the biggest.
He's just fat.
With a
Dude,
PH?
don't hurt
With a
Gumbario's feelings and tattle on
Mario's
you.
feelings can't even be hurt. But yeah, you get partners throughout the game, and they each have different abilities to help you with different puzzles and riddles throughout the game.
They're basically your avatar strength.
They are basically,
Can we define avatar strength for the viewers?
Well, basically, you have your
oh
Mario.
my goodness.
And your Mario doesn't have any abilities. So he'll walk up to a cracked wall and be like, I'm too lame to get through here by
Too
myself.
lame.
So he goes and gets a Bombette, who's a lady bomb. And he's like, hey, Bombette, I
That's
need
not-
you to help me get through this area.
That's a pretty bad way of explaining it.
Let's
Is
get
it?
something straight.
Uh-oh.
I don't. That's not how I define
Is Matthew about to go
avatar
off?
Matthew about to go off on him. What's
Avatar
happening?
strength
I
is
feel
just
a bit of
something.
tension right now.
He's going off on Gibson live on stream.
No, I don't want to go off on him. I'm not
Do
going
it.
off on you.
Does your avatar not get stronger when you get a useful buddy that helps you progress through the map?
I think you're just using people.
I feel like, yeah, no, like it's funny that he says that, but like,
Mario's
I
pick.
feel like they're different. Like tools and avatar strength are way different. Avatar strength is what you level up and you gain BP or HP or FP, and it raises, and that way you get to do like more of what you already could do before. Goombario and all the others are just like, I would define them as
Tools.
tools. I know that's really weird, but I would define them as tools.
See,
They help
I-
you throughout the level design, and it sets up pacing. It sets a way to make the player not get through the entire game in 10 minutes.
I'm
Whenever-
sure their pacing is a lot better than yours, though.
Oh, you're right.
Oh.
I won't disagree.
Whenever
It's not
I
wrong.
hear avatar strength, I always hear about it from Metroidvania games and not RPGs, where the only thing
Silly.
inhibiting you to progress is that your avatar doesn't have a certain ability that lets them progress. And I guess you could argue that having the ability yourself and having a tool that lets you perform the same action is slightly different, but I think the function is
I would
pretty
still
much
say
the
that that
same.
ability is still a tool.
Yeah, I
like
would
in
say
Zelda,
the
like
same.
getting the bomb or something.
right.
Those
I
are
would say that's
tools.
still a tool, even though it's an ability that you have now. I've never had a good definition for avatar strength.
I
You
really
just bring
think-
it up all the time.
I really think what I just said is probably like my favorite definition of it.
It's
or
kind of like leveling up and being super strong. that way.
yeah, instead of like
So like if you grind on these like low level enemies and then you just suddenly trounce them in one hit,
yeah.
your avatar strength is too damn high.
Yeah, like when you level up your strength and stuff, like you level up your hits or your FP or HP and stuff, it's just like you become a monster, and it's just like you can take anything the game throws you. It doesn't matter where you're at in the game. Like, and yeah, that's super tedious, and no one's actually gonna do it, but it's something you can do.
It's like you're not necessarily getting better.
Yeah.
Character's getting better.
Exactly. So like, and the way that they have like the tools thrown about the game, like Goombario and Cooper, is just like that's to prevent you, even if you did like level up super a bunch, it wouldn't matter because you don't have the tools necessary to progress. And I think that's
Okay.
really good level design. But if there's nothing obstructing your forward path and you just level up a bunch and you can just trounce everything, I think that's really bad level design.
Okie doke.
Anyway, let's see what else in Paper Mario is there. They had badges in Paper Mario, which I talked about a second ago. I said BP is badge points, and that allows you to have different kinds of jumps and different abilities. So like, instead of just jumping on someone, you could have a badge. It's called multi-bounce, and you jump on them more than you could without your like just your normal quick time event.
Would you say multiple times?
I would say multiple times. Some might even say I was right. Are you one of those?
No.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Oh.
I would just say you're not wrong.
You just, you just like straight up shut that down. Would you say I was right? No, I wouldn't.
But
Dang.
the badges were
Rough.
pretty important. At
You
least
can buy some too, right?
yeah, you can buy them. Some were like more expensive than others. It's just like some of them really didn't have a place in the game. Like
They just slightly alter your playstyle.
yeah, it just makes combat a little more interesting than just jumping and hitting someone with a hammer and stuff.
It changes the quick time events a little bit too.
Yeah, it can. Why are we nodding our heads?
The viewers don't know that.
but now they
Wow, spoilers.
don't. Plot twist. Oh man. I really like Paper Mario, so I mean the art style's good, the RPG elements are really good.
I mean, will we be talking about it if you didn't like it?
I mean, yes. We talked about Splinter Cell. I don't really care for Splinter Cell.
I mean, we
Well,
talked
you
about
didn't talk
Splinter
about
Cell.
Splinter Cell.
Talking about Splinter Cell when
We
it was
did.
alright. Whoa, Facebook, why are you
Hey,
doing
why are
that?
you on Facebook right now?
Wow.
We're streaming.
Rude dude.
Because I heard a notification from Facebook. I had thought I muted everything on my computer.
Rude dude.
So the gameplay is really solid. I always liked the way the Paper Mario's, how they operated, and the story. It was just there wasn't much to get from it. It
It's
was
a
just
Mario
kinda cute.
story. Yeah,
It's just
it's
like-
just Mario, man.
It's literally Mario's story in Japan, not here.
You're not false.
No, I'm not. Some would say I was right. I would be one of those people.
Gibson wouldn't.
Gives them
I wouldn't. But I don't know. As looking at it, it looks like a really good game for a kid. But unless you were just really happy with the gameplay, which I was, I wouldn't see much point into playing it because you know how the plot's gonna go normally. And as they like develop more games, they make the plot more complex, and that's good. So I'm
Yeah.
happy about that.
Yeah, the story is just like really like it's nothing special in the original Paper Mario. There's nothing like I mean it basically they took the formula for the story for original original Super Mario Brothers and just put it in Mario's story.
Put it in RPG.
Yeah. Bowser kidnaps Peach, and although they did break it up interestingly because you got to play as Peach during some segments, that way the gameplay just didn't feel samey all the time.
Yeah.
Solve puzzles with Peach, talk to your little star buddy. It was neat.
Twink, right?
Twink.
Twink.
Star buddy.
You even got to battle as Peach and Twink too.
At the very end of the game. I don't know how much I would say battle. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a very scripted fight. I don't know. I think maybe we should move on to 1,000 Year Door because that's really where all of the meat of the series is for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would say so. Does anyone have anything else to say about 64?
Not really.
I mean, it was a solid game. It was a good like introduction to the entire series and everything. And I felt like they had a variety of ways to go with it, and I like what they did with the next game.
I also love what they did. You said like, but I'm gonna say love. I love what they did with 1,000 Year Door. They took everything Paper Mario and they just made it more. Like they times it by 1,000.
1,000 doors.
And then added year and door. Okay, the story was way better. Like
Story
first
seems
thing.
weird.
Why does the story seem weird?
It just seems really weird.
You seem really weird.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Shots are being fired right now.
That's
I
right.
think we need to calm
I
down.
just want to know why he thinks the story sounds weird.
I just think it's really hard to imagine a Mushroom Kingdom before Mario and Peach even existed.
Well, it's funny you bring that up. There's no Mushroom Kingdom in this game. It takes place in Rogueport.
What?
It does.
They're not in the Mushroom Kingdom. What's up, son? What do you know about that?
What do you even know about this
Did you
game?
even research this game?
Did you do any research at all?
Did I even look?
Punk.
I mean, the prologue's called A Rogue's Welcome.
So
Come on.
where is Rogueport in relation to Mushroom Kingdom?
Across the sea, I have no idea. I just know it's not Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, they go on a cruise to Rogueport.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, like, it's pretty much it's not standard by regular Mario story means at all. Like, okay, so Peach gets captured and kidnapped. Okay, whatever. But Mario travels to Rogueport to look for Peach. I don't remember if he has the map when he gets there. It's my bad.
Okay.
What about it?
But
Well,
there's this map
important.
that the locations of each of these things called the crystal stars appear every time he gets another one. So he gets the map, and there's a location of the first crystal star, and basically the crystal stars in this game are the same as the star spirits in the others.
So they kept the formula of you have to collect these 7 generic objects that make you strong for the end game.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Doesn't the game also start out with you start the game by fighting the end boss, and you're like, I'm too weak. Why don't I go do things?
No, they don't do that like they did in Paper Mario. Paper Mario, they had you fight Bowser at the beginning. In Thousand Year Door, they have you fight one of Sir Grodus's henchmen. What's his name?
Nastasha?
Crap. No, we're not there yet.
Dementia?
No, we're not there yet. Stop. that's Super Paper Mario.
Oh no!
I think his name is
Wow.
Lord Crump.
You are the worst.
Yeah, Crump is really weird. But you fight Crump, and you actually are allowed to beat him, and it's just, I mean, there's no like there's no pacing as in like, okay, this guy's way stronger, so you have to get stronger. I don't know. It's not.
Okay.
You just got.
Excuse me? What are you laughing about? I thought we were
You
just.
okay, Matthew?
Is Mr. Crump like too crunk? Is he like
Is
funny?
he too crunk?
Oh my god. Crump is a chump.
Okay.
Gavin, say something about Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door.
So this door is 1,000 years old.
Dude, it is.
Did you know that?
Is it
Not
like
until I play the game.
it's
I
like
know it
rusty? Is there plants growing over it?
Why would you think that? It's not the plant-covered rusty door.
Oh, I think over 1,000 years.
Not
like,
if someone
stuff
takes
happens.
care of it.
Who's taking care of the door?
You gotta play the game.
Oh man!
We ain't a spoiler cast.
No, we're spoiler
I
cast.
thought we were pretty spoiler cast.
Maybe Matt is.
I'm about to lay some spoilers on you right now. The Crystal Stars also don't only give you like superpowers to beat the final big bad. It's actually it's very it's very funny how those work. You get the Crystal Stars and you bring them to the Thousand Year Door, and the thing that opens the Thousand Year Door are the Crystal Stars.
Okay.
So you need those to progress to the final level. But the Thousand Year Door wasn't meant to keep everything out, like everything else out. It's to keep the thing that was in there in.
Yeah.
Sure.
And what
There's
was
not a
in there?
treasure inside, like they want you to think.
Yeah,
Dude, is this Borderlands?
there is a treasure, but it's pretty silly. So what the treasure they think it's talking about is actually the 1,000-year-old Shadow Queen, and
Spooky.
it's very spooky. She the reason why Sir Grodus kidnaps Peach is because
She's the perfect vessel.
she is pretty much the perfect vessel, and once the door is open, he goes in there and he puts Shadow Queen in Peach's body, and it's a bad old time. Shadow Queen is actually one of the craziest villains I think I've ever seen in a video game. It's very demonic.
Well,
as
she is
far
a
as
demon.
the combat, like, is guarding new in this? I don't remember.
Blocking was originally a thing in the original Paper Mario.
Okay. I
So,
just wanted to clarify.
It was also another like quick time event if you press the button right before. But what is new to this is the Super Guard, which you can actually deal damage to the enemies when they hit you. Some things can't be super guarded, but it's like you hit B and then A right before they hit
There's
you or
like a
something like that.
counterattack.
Yeah, and so it's only one damage or something like that, but
Okay.
You can
One
upgrade.
damage is a lot in Mario.
as opposed to getting hurt.
Yeah. It's definitely worth.
It's very worth. Combat also just kind of stays the same, but like, well, not the same. Like they supercharge it to the fact where your partners are more useful. They have crazier attacks, and all of these attacks, like in Paper Mario for N64, you didn't have really a bunch of quick time events for your partners. They just kind of did their thing. In this game, you have to do quick time events for them, and also.
Just like you have a little more control over your partners and everything.
Yeah, because they also have health and they have their own FP bar or their own FP.
That was.
Oh,
was
they
a good
don't
change.
share flower points now.
They do not share flower points with you.
I always thought that was weird in Paper Mario, how you basically share a mana pool with your partner all the time.
Yeah, that made combat a little bit more strategic.
Yeah, to think about stuff.
Yeah.
I like it this way more though, because you're two different characters.
hmm
You shouldn't have to share.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
And they gave you the ability to rotate. Like you can make it to where your partner gets hit instead of you, unless the enemy has just like priority or something, and they can just like attack whoever they want to.
I mean, screw Coops, right? Who needs him?
Dude, Koops is amazing. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Koops the Koopa.
Koops the Koopa. It's better than Cooper.
It always seems weird. I would think that a Koopa would get really angry at you if you like kicked him at stuff, but apparently not in Paper Mario. It's just like, I'll just get in my shell. You can do whatever, buddy.
I'm gonna get my shell, and I'm gonna pop out in 5 seconds.
Well, Koops
That's
is-
gonna
He's
hold me up.
invincible. He's invincible when that happens. It
Well,
doesn't matter.
Koops is like shell toss is not like you kick him, he just launches himself at the enemy, but okay.
I mean, that's how it works in battle, but in the overworld, you can actually like.
Oh
hit
yeah,
them
you
at
can step on
switches.
them and it hits the switch. Yeah, it gives you like a long range thing. That is pretty funny.
I just remember they're walking along, and all of a sudden Mario jumps on Koops, and he's like, "Ah, dude, what the heck?"
What was that for?
And he's like, "Sorry, man, I gotta hit this switch.
I gotta hit that
Give
switch
it-
over
Give
there."
a brother some warning." Like, ah, man, we ain't got time for that.
That's actually something else that's really like supercharged and varied in this game. While the names aren't very creative compared to the first game, the personalities of the cast is way more varied. Like you have Goombella, she's a scholar that works with one of the main protagonists of the game. She
Yeah.
helps you.
Admiral Bombery?
Yeah, Admiral Bobbery is a pirate bomb who lived on the seas for a while.
Ba-bomb.
Ba-bomb. Until his wife, actually don't know who his wife was. But either way, his wife died at sea. And
Did she explode?
I don't know. He talks about her a lot, but I don't know.
I see.
That'd be hilarious if she exploded. That sounds so mean. Maybe just
Like, that's
weird
how she
irony.
died?
It'd be
Like-
weird irony.
They were at sea and they got in an argument. She just got so angry that her fuse lit.
What else is there? There's a bunch of like extra content in this game. I love extra content. Good
I do
stuff.
love extra content. Optional
There's-
bosses.
There is an optional boss. There's the Pit of 100, excuse me. Oh my god. Pit of 100 Trials.
I was going to say 1,000. That would take a long time.
Yeah. Which at the very end, there's a recurring enemy in this game, and it's a boss. Her name is Hooktail, and she has a sister named Gloomtail. They're both dragons. And the final one that you have to fight is the hardest enemy in the game. It's even more difficult than Shadow Queen. Name is Bonetail, which is just like
why wasn't Bonetail just the final boss? Huh?
because it was.
optional bosses are supposed to be stronger than the final
It's
boss.
not true.
It is true.
It's not
No,
always.
It depends on when you encounter the optional boss. If it's like post game or
You can
I guess
you
that's
can
true,
you can encounter a Bonetail before you beat the game.
Paper Mario doesn't really have a post game, does it? Like you have to do everything you want before you beat the final boss, because you don't just get into.
That's
the open
where
world mode.
that's another part where Thousand Year Door is super interesting. Once you beat it, you can go back and fight the final boss if you want to, and that's like the only thing that you have to do. Or usually that's the only thing you have to do.
So your save file is right before the final boss.
Yeah, your save file is right before the final boss, but once it realizes, like once the file recognizes you've beaten it, you have other things to do. Like you can go talk to. I think you can go talk to Luigi throughout the entire game, but there's like a final thing that you can talk to Luigi
Luigi
about.
has a bit more,
Yeah, to him.
yeah, than the first one where he was just chilling at home while you're out saving the world, you know?
Pretty much.
A useless little brat.
Whoa.
There's.
Sensing some
Dude.
hostility for Luigi here.
Luigi, he knew. He was like, my brother doesn't need me. He's like, he's fine. Just let him go.
Exactly, he's useless.
It wasn't that he was useless. It's that his help wouldn't have been necessary. It would have been extra.
Luigi has this extra thing in Thousand Year Door where he has like these storybooks that you can buy, or you can talk to him and he'll tell you about his stories.
Buy my storybook, brother.
Dude, he's like an author in that game. It's hilarious because
Buy
like
my book, brother.
I've been
He's
on
like-
no one else is buying them.
he's like, do you want to hear
Oh.
about my adventure? I mean, you have your adventure, but maybe you want to hear about mine. And you read the stories and you listen to him tell them, and they're like carbon clones of the first Paper Mario game, but like all the names are changed and the areas are changed. And it's but it's just like
It's like,
Luigi.
I, Luigi, saved the day. It's like, hey, this looks pretty familiar. All right, stop reading.
It's like, no, it's definitely my story. Totally not Mario. Not at all.
He's just a jerk.
Luigi's amazing. What do you have against Luigi, man?
No one to talk about it.
Dude, Luigi is in Mario Golf. That's his problem with Luigi.
Oh, then he'd have a problem with Mario, wouldn't he?
I mean, who says he doesn't?
Oh, shoot. This goes
He's got all
deeper.
kinds of revenge plots going on
Mario's
in there.
nice too.
See?
Just like the original Paper Mario, they have these little breakup sections to where
Do
instead
they
of
break up?
playing through the game just like straight
out.
chapter to chapter,
I cry every time.
you play as Peach, who gets to interact with one of the creepiest freaking characters in this game. I forget his name, but he's like a supercomputer and he has a crush on Peach. It's really weird.
Hot.
And she uses the computer to send emails to Mario.
Yeah, Mario has this little Game Boy Advance SP, but it's like really like an email checking machine, and that's all it's good for. But then after that, after you play as Peach, you get to play as Bowser, who's looking for Princess Peach. He goes to all the places that Mario's already been. He's just like, "Have you seen the princess?" And he just f's everybody up, and it's hilarious.
Bowser's awesome, man.
Bowser's amazing. He doesn't care about anything except himself. But yeah, it's like Bowser Play is mainly just original Super Mario Bros. 2D platformer, just with added Bowser spice, where you can just like catch enemies on fire and your jump does a ton more damage.
Don't you have
Just
an
things.
item called meat, and it lets you get
Yeah,
like,
instead
really
of instead of a mushroom, you eat like just little.
You eat your enemies and you grow.
No, you don't eat the enemies. You eat like it looks like mutton, but it's not mutton.
big- It's basically mutton.
Pretty much. Other than that, I mean, the story's better. The gameplay is, in my opinion, better. At the very least, there's more to the story. Like everything just seems a little more intertwined. The puzzles seem to interact with you, or you seem to interact with the puzzles.
Puzzles interact with you.
That's
The puzzles
you're
are like,
like-
solve me, man.
Yeah, like,
solve.
when you're screwing it up, you're like, the puzzles, dude.
You're
Dude,
so
what are you
bad
doing?
at this.
Push that block there.
Or no, it like
It's
acts
done.
like Gavin when I do something wrong. Gavin's just like,
You're
you're so good at this.
man. Just keep doing that.
Makes
Yeah, that'll
fun of
work
you.
eventually.
Oh my god.
So everything was just a general improvement. on
Yeah,
the series.
it's
Yeah.
pretty much.
It was a great improvement to the series. It really defined the Paper Mario series as a whole. And then the next game came out.
And then Super Paper Mario happened.
Can we even call this a Paper Mario game? It didn't
Look, man.
hold the same RPG.
Look, man.
elements.
I've asked that question before, but I think that we can call it one.
Just because it's in the title.
It was alluded to in the previous game.
Super Paper Mario is a 2.5D action platformer.
What does
2.5D?
What
Yeah.
that means is you can switch in and out of 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions after gaining an ability called it's in a-
Uh-oh.
oh man, I didn't
You're
research.
supposed to know this.
I didn't research.
What a baddie.
It's such a
Oh my
such a
goodness.
baddie.
It's like paperification or something.
It's something crazy. Like you go into 3 dimensions though, and that's the point. And instead of looking at just a 2D piece of paper, you're looking at like 3D pieces of paper.
Whoa.
No, what happens is instead of looking at just like a rectangle, it opens up and you get to see like a rectangular prism pretty much. And so instead of walking to the right, you walk forward and back and in all
the
directions.
camera kind of like swaps around so it's behind Mario and everything,
Yeah.
and you're moving forward instead of right.
And it just gives you more accessibility to the world
Yeah,
and more
like-
possibilities.
There might be a block if you're looking at it from a 2D perspective that you just can't get by, but once you go 3D, you're just like, oh, there's a pathway behind the block that you could go. Just allows you to see it that way.
Yeah. The story in Super Paper Mario is most arguably the best out of the entire series, I'd say.
Oh, really? Better than Shadow Queen Peach?
I love Shadow Queen Peach, but when I said interwoven into the game, like, you talk about interwoven, it's just like everything is just like one after another. Everything pretty much has to do with each other. Like there was a character in Thousand Year Door who became your partner, and at first was an antagonist, was part of the Shadow Sirens, which was this group that worked for Grotus and were ancestors to the Shadow Queen. Or
Right.
ancestors, wow. Not ancestors.
Descendant?
Descendants, thank you. Of the Shadow Queen.
The opposite of ancestors.
That. And that was pretty much as intertwined as the story got, which was pretty good. But your main antagonist and your Navi character in this game used to be a thing.
What?
Yeah. The antagonist, Count Bleck, used to be named Lumiere.
Is this a spoiler?
This is total spoiler.
This is a
guys.
huge spoiler. Like, the story for this game is so intricate, is so much better, and I absolutely love like the amount of story they put into it.
I love the flashbacks.
Then Matt spoils it
Spoiler.
for
There's
all the people that haven't played it, which I assume is actually a lot of people.
I mean, I think it's probably the least popular one of the.
We'll
You
get
forget
there.
about
We'll
the
get
next
there.
one.
I keep forgetting about that game. It shouldn't even be here.
You're the ones that were talking about it.
Yeah, you're right. I said that. Super Paper Mario does not have. It has RPG elements, but it shouldn't be a Paper Mario game. They like tacked it on there, and it's just,
They changed too much of the formula, you think?
they changed
There's not
so
even like
much.
the battle sequences, are there?
Like it's literally take original Super Mario Brothers for the NES, like take that in your mind, and add RPG elements to it. Like now Mario has
Every time I
health.
stop
Yeah.
on a Goomba, I get XP,
Yes.
and then I level up and get a super jump.
Super jump to find.
No, Connor.
A jump that's more super than the
You
previous.
have to
Well, you
use
get-
the
you
super
get-
useful Luigi to jump higher.
Well, Luigi does have a super jump. He's like he crunches
Luigi's
down and then he
useful.
springs.
Yeah,
What is this Dream Team?
Maybe.
Connor. It was inspired.
Freaking this game. Super Paper Mario has a great story, but like the gameplay is super weird, and it's original Super Mario Brothers except RPG, and you get experience
And
from
paper. And paper.
You
And
can't forget the
paper.
paper. I mean, really?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
in the
sorry,
name.
guys. It's in the name.
It's in the art style.
And that too.
I really like what they did with the whole like flipping to 3D, but they took way too much away from the series.
By
to justify putting that in.
Yeah, if they had left like the battle system in from like the previous games, it would have been a lot better.
yeah, it would have been. I'll say this: it would have been a lot longer.
Absolutely, but it would have been a Paper Mario game.
Yeah, I would say I would agree to that. Because it seems really like there are 8 chapters. I think all of them have 8 chapters except for Sticker Star. But Super Paper Mario, just like the puzzles require a little bit more thought because you're not like held down by the gameplay being take turn RPG or whatever, like traditional RPG. And that's not bad. It's just like
But that was Paper
that
Mario.
was Paper Mario. That's what it was defined as.
Sedonkeys, I really like Paper Mario.
Does he not like Paper Mario? Who says
mean,
that?
yeah.
Why don't you have the chat pulled?
Never be super. I had it pulled up, but no one was talking, so I just like minimized it.
Wow.
You know, Sedonkeys, I never beat not Super. Actually, I didn't beat Super Paper Mario or Paper Mario.
I beat
but
Super Paper Mario.
I haven't
I
beaten
thought-
any Paper Mario.
I thought they were really
That was
fun.
in your door. You and Griffin got really close. You should. Be
I
close.
didn't get really close.
He got really
He
close,
got
I
really
guess.
close.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a fun game.
It's definitely a fun game. It's just not a Paper Mario game.
You should play it.
You should
All
play
of
it.
it.
And Super Paper
Right
Mario
now.
also, by the way, it was supposed to come out for the Nintendo GameCube, but instead got released in favor of the Wii to help drive up sales. Which
And
Did
then
it
people bought it,
work?
and then it was like, what is this?
what is this game? This isn't what I wanted. It
I like how
probably
there's
worked
been-
at first.
A release for major Nintendo consoles ever since the 64.
Yeah, until now. I hope they make one for Wii U. I'm the only one here, so that's one.
Is that how it is?
You do what?
Anyways.
What is happening?
I don't
What are you talking about?
in the
Connor?
capital?
Yeah, you have to use a capital K.
See, I'm not a Twitch.
You're bad. You know what else is bad?
You don't know how to
Kappa.
Twitch?
He doesn't know how to.
I don't know how to
He
Twitch.
doesn't know how to Kappa.
Twitch. It makes me sad.
I don't. I don't chat.
So, what else about Super Paper Mario do you think really set it apart from the other series? It seems like we really like talking about series that starts one way, and then they get to this game where it's like, I like this game,
But
it
it's
doesn't-
not it. It's not
this
the same.
game."
Like, okay.
That's a theme
It is a
with our
thing.
talks.
Yeah, it seems so.
That's what we gotta do from now on. Just games that were really good, and then they change something, and they can still be good, but they change something. And it was like a huge thing.
Well, I mean, wait a minute. What was the last game in Splinter Cell?
It was
Blacklist.
Blacklist was good, right? What was the one that you said we shouldn't talk about?
Essentials.
Essentials. Yeah, that game doesn't exist.
I was gonna say I thought, but maybe not. I was gonna say our theme is they change something in the series that's really good formula, and then they change it even more, and then we just hate it.
Yeah, well, on the Splinter Cell thing, like, the big change was Convictions, because it changed the entire play style
Yeah.
of Splinter Cell. But
What is happening right now?
Don't worry, just talk about video games.
I'm gonna talk about video games. I see the words moderate. I guess Connor's about to moderate it up in
moderate
here.
all over.
I'm gonna leave that alone then. I guess.
dude, Connor, what are you doing?
Did you ban him?
Dude,
I
no,
timed him out.
You timed him.
Untime him out.
I'm moderated.
Untime him out.
I don't know how to do
Connor, you are the best moderator in this world.
that. Can I untime him out?
No, he's
I'm
timed
gonna-
out.
I retimed him out. Another 600 seconds.
What?
You banned him.
Wait,
That's
this-
not timing out.
Dude,
Dude,
for 600 seconds. That's a timeout.
unban him.
Did not have the option.
All right,
Look,
we're-
okay. I click it.
I'm going back. You guys can
Ignore
deal with that.
timeout.
All right.
Let's reel this back in real quick.
Super Paper Mario.
Super Paper Mario, what I really love about Super Paper Mario is that even though it's different and it's a platformer that has RPG elements, it really takes itself seriously. And by that, I mean it likes to have fun. And I know that sounds like two different things, but when it's talking about itself, like when there's a task at hand, it jokes about it, but then it's like it really knows who its audience is. That's what I mean.
That's important for a game to know.
I thought Nintendo always knew that their audience was like 8 to 12-year-old kids.
Who have grown up now to be 20.
But,
anyway.
What do you think? They did a really big change where they got rid of a lot of the.
Got rid of a ton of stuff.
They've got rid of a lot of partners in place of pixels.
In favor of pixels. Pixels. You guys remember when I said instead of avatar strength, they're tools?
Right.
Literally, they're just tools. Like your pixel partner, one
you
of them.
meet them and they have like personality at first and everything.
Yeah. Like one of them's Boomer, and he's like super hip hop rap guy, and then he never talks again, and he's a bomb because he's Boomer. Crap, man. Ow. Oh my god.
You okay?
Yeah.
Are
Do I need
you?
to call the hospital?
He's
Did
dying.
Boomer like boom inside of you? He's like.
Okay, let's
Please.
calm down a little bit.
Um.
It's getting a little out of hand.
There.
Connor, you've been out of hand.
Seriously, why did you
We
do that?
had one
Because
viewer.
You
And
lost
you
your,
banned
you lost
him.
your purpose.
No.
I didn't even see what he said.
He didn't say anything. He was like, "Oh, you don't know how to moderate." And I was like, "I'll show you."
Wow. So good.
Hey, you guys said to untime him out. I don't know how to do that.
I don't think you're as good as you think you are.
I'm the best.
There are a couple of chapters where, like I said, you know how I said the story really takes itself seriously and knows who its audience is?
Yes.
Like, it really understands its audience. Like, okay, despite it not being an RPG, this is way darker than any Paper Mario game that there is. Like, so there's a chapter, and it's called Samur's Kingdom. It's chapter 6. You go there. And it's all about samurais. It's like Pit of 100 Trials, except you're in, no, it's more like Dragon Ball Z tournament.
Okay.
Whoa, explain that again. You just like
Sorry.
flipped on me.
Yeah. I said Pit of 100 Trials, but then I found a better explanation. So, you get to Samur's Kingdom, and the king of the entire kingdom, he's just like, you're gonna fight for me. I have this pure heart that I know you want. You're gonna fight for me. He's just like, you seem like a worthy guy. Fight
like
through
it.
all
I
of
like
my
it.
men. But then, the antagonist,
Well, it's
Count
kind
Black.
of like Shrek, man.
Why is it? I guess.
Did you watch the first Shrek?
I did watch the first Shrek. I just didn't know how it was. I guess now I see.
Because Lord Farquaad was like, yo,
But Lord
the-
Farquaad is kind of a dig.
kill the ogre, and that person will go and rescue the princess. And the ogre defeated everyone. It's like, ogre, you're rescuing the princess.
But the Lord Samurai and the entire kingdom gets sucked up by this black hole.
The void.
The void. And that's the entire thing that you're trying to stop. You're trying to stop the Void from consuming all of the worlds and just leaving nothing. You get to see that happen. Like, Tippy gets you out of there before it happens.
It's kind of similar to Brawl, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, where you have like different areas consumed by whatever bombs those were.
Yeah, the subspace bombs. Except instead of the subspace bombs taking it and moving it to another location,
It's just gone.
yeah, Void, it's just done. It's like a black hole. Literally
Yes.
like a black hole.
That's what Void
So,
is.
Tippy, your Navi character, teleports you out, and then you come back later to see if everything's alright. It's just like, let's see how bad the damage really is. Plain white screen, one, like, black line to show the floor. And it seems super lazy, but then every here and there, there's, like, remnants of the world that used to be. And it's just like,
No,
oh my
that's
god.
not lazy. That's really good because that's like
You see
I'm
the
saying, that's what I
paper.
said at first glance. It seems lazy, but it's like this is
Everything's
what's
gone.
happening.
yeah.
And the Pure Heart, it like nullified the Pure Heart's power, and you take it back to Merlin, who is like the professor guy of the game pretty much, and he knows like everything about everything. Is just like, I'm not sure what we can do with this, but I'm sure we'll find something. And one of you okay?
I am really okay.
One of Count Bleck's lackeys,
I'll
Dimentio.
moderate you.
Connor,
Dimentio comes up.
You've done enough moderating.
Why do you moderate
you-
yourself
Whoa.
You
I
timed
am.
out our only viewer on Twitch.
for 600 seconds?
It's fine.
Oh my god.
No,
But-
that's not fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But you think like it's like, man, they really know what they're doing here. It's just like they take away an entire world. They destroy all those people are dead. It's not like they're gone just like to a different they're dead,
They exist in the void.
I guess, but the void, I mean, like nothing comes out of it.
You don't need to come out of it. You just have to live in it.
I guess. But anyway, you think that's pretty dark and it's just like, man, this is crazy. But then you get a cutscene and Mr. L, who is one of other Count Bleck's henchmen,
He's a gentleman thief.
gentleman thief. See, Mr. L wasn't part of Count Bleck's plan to begin with, and Dimentio thinks he's getting in the way. So Dimentio says, alright, I agree with Count Bleck, or I think that you're getting in the way too much for our plans to be working, so I'm gonna kill you. He kills Mr. L.
Don't kill Mr.
Overreaction
L.
much?
And you would think that, maybe you would think it more when you hear what happens next. You get out of the Sammer Kingdom.
Spoilers, though.
Oh.
Be ready.
You get out of this. Thank you. You get out of the Sammer Kingdom, and you explain to Merlin what happened. It's just like, maybe we can fix this Pure Heart. Dimentio shows up on your turf, and is just like, you guys are getting in our way a little too much. Mr. L was something. You guys are something else. So he kills the protagonist. He kills everyone. He kills Bowser. He kills Peach. He kills Mario.
I mean,
What?
it only makes sense.
Are they really dead? when
They're
you say
really dead.
kill? What do you mean when you say kill?
I mean, they get sent to the underwear.
That's not. I don't think that's.
It's beautiful.
What?
There's.
They get sent to the underwear.
Come here, read it.
Yeah, it's
right
called
here.
Are
underwear.
you serious?
The underwear is essentially the underworld or hell for Mario.
But it's underwear.
It's the underwear.
And heaven is
They
the
get
over
sent. They get sent.
You could say
Heaven's the over there.
you could say they get sent to the
That's
nether
fantastic.
regions.
there. Pretty much.
You're basically saying they're sent to Nintendo's underwear.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
They're collective underwear, or do you think there's like a person in Nintendo where it's like you don't want to go to that guy's underwear?
It's kind of like Reggie's underwear.
Like, you don't want to get in Reggie's underwear. That place is not cool.
but
You gotta be careful. Reggie's gonna come kick your ass.
Oh. I'd rather he didn't.
But-
I'll moderate him.
Dimentio kills all four protagonists, and it's like, whoa, this just happened. But they talk to the queen of the underwear, which is, I forget, it's Hades, but they spell her name differently. It's like Haydes.
Okay.
So,
So
it's,
it's still pronounced Hades.
Yeah.
J.
oh, is it Jay? But yeah, you can still tell it's like Hades. It's what it's supposed to be.
I see. So
Um,
do you like die and then go to the underwear, or do you get teleported to the underwear?
No, you die, and the underwear is where all of the dead people go. Like
so
that's
you're
hell.
a spirit.
You go there and you
Mario.
talk to Hades, and she's like, "You weren't supposed to die yet. This isn't your game over time. Like, I don't know what happened.
Dude, what the heck?
You got sent here before your time, so I'm just gonna bring you back to life." And she does. And she lets you out of the underwear.
What Deus Ex Machina is that?
I mean, pretty much the Deus Ex. A god lets you out of...
The underwear.
And then the queen also tasks him with collecting Love Bee,
Love Bee, yeah, which is her daughter.
and in return
Gives them the pure heart.
revives.
Revives them, sorry. Yeah,
Revives the pure heart.
revives the pure... Oh!
You don't even know the story, Matthew.
Dude, I completely
Dang
forgot
it,
about that.
Matthew.
I
Wow.
just remember the parts that were really, like, interesting. And it's
You're
just,
about
like,
as good as I am.
Apparently,
Whoa.
reviving a pure heart isn't interesting.
But you know what's interesting?
I mean, I knew they were gonna do
underwear.
It just like even though you were there for a short period of time, it's like it really knew who they were dealing with, and I thought that was really cool. I didn't think any of the other Paper Mario games did that.
I mean, this is certainly a way to break the fourth wall.
It was pretty much.
Hmm? There's nothing going on.
I just keep seeing it. He's just like, hey, look at this. And I'm like, what's up, man? I want to look. I want to see.
I guess when it's looked over, I'm like, what are you looking at?
I've pretty much exhausted what I can talk about. Like, I mean, they still have leveling up, and that's cool. But they took away badges, which sucks, because badges were freaking awesome.
They replaced. Well, no, never mind. I was gonna compare badges to the pixels, but they're more comparable to
The partners,
the partners.
Yes, absolutely.
definitely. Oh, you get to play as more than one character. I guess you could already tell from what we've been talking about. But you get to play as Mario, Peach, Bowser, and Luigi.
They
Not
called
in that order.
Bowser a hero.
Did we
in
say
this
that
game.
Mr. O is Luigi?
Did
we say that?
No, we
What?
never did. You
Wait,
kind
what?
of just did.
Mr. L's Luigi.
Yeah.
What?
L stands for
I-
Luigi.
I absolutely love how like long they play it up. It's just like you don't know this is Luigi. This is Mr. L, okay? They play it so long, and then eventually it's just like, oh my god, it was Luigi.
What? It's like Tetra being Zelda. It's like, oh god, I had
I think
no
it's-
idea.
I actually
I think
had no
it's
idea
more-
on that one.
I think
Oh.
it's more of a Clark Kent. Like he takes off the glasses, like that's Luigi. He takes the glasses back
Have
on,
you
it's like
You've seen
wow,
Mr. L's
Mr. L.
costume, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you had.
he's basically he just has a little.
He just
mask
has like a
over
mask
his
on, and
eyes.
he has different color overalls.
It's amazing.
Oh, man.
And the L is backwards on his hat.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, he's
That
Mr.
was-
Backwards L.
Do you think Waluigi is jealous of Mr. L?
He better be. Everyone should be jealous of Mr. L. I pretty much. There's not really anything else.
All right,
to
I
talk
guess
about
it's
for
time
this
to
one.
move on
What about
to
the final
best game in the
boss?
series.
You were raving about the final boss of this series.
What did I say about the final boss? I don't remember what I said before.
I don't remember what you said. You were raving about him.
I mean,
How-
it was a really
Did we
cool
in a
final
rave?
boss. Like, I mean,
Are we starting a rave?
spoilers right now, but
Glow sticks.
like, so, Dimentio, or Count Black changes his mind because he finds out, he's just like, Tippy, she's my love? What? I can
Timpani.
save.
Yeah.
Yeah, her name's Tippy before that,
But
though.
her original name is Timpani.
Right, he finds out that God dang.
Pix-
Tippy, the pixel, is Timpani the human.
Hey,
She
where
was
does-
just changed
where-
by Merlin.
Where does Luigi's
Merlin-
negative
Merlin.
zone come from?
Does it come from this game?
I don't know.
Wait, what'd you ask?
Actually, that's a good
Where does the
question.
It's
negative
in
zone
chat.
come from?
Where does negative zone come from?
If it comes from Super Paper Mario, that'd be really cool.
I don't know.
It might have been something they just made up for Brawl.
Yeah, I
Maybe
thought
they
that
were
was
like,
something that they made up.
Luigi needs a final smash. Make something up.
I would love to do research on that because I have no idea.
I'll research it real quick.
Sweet. But Count Black finds out, he's just like, dude, I want to save this world now. There's got to be a way. Let's use the pure hearts. And Dimentio says, no, we're just going to let this keep going. And he's the antagonist now, and he gains control back over Luigi.
Because Luigi was going to be the vessel.
Yeah,
Right?
the vessel. Wait, what? No. For
I
what?
It was like the best vessel.
I thought Peach was still.
Yeah, no, Peach was the best vessel for the Shadow Queen. I don't think there's any like vessel talking.
I'm pretty
Super
sure
Paper Mario.
Count Bleck wanted to use Peach to destroy the world.
Well, yeah, to initiate the destruction of the world, he had to use Peach.
Oh,
But after that, he didn't really care.
I see.
I mean,
He's fantastic. But who would have ever known that was Luigi?
Are you looking at a picture of Mr. L?
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. It's like, whoa.
But yeah, the final fight is definitely it gives you your money's worth because the entire game's pretty easy, but the final fight there's just so much going on, and it's Mr. L. It's called Super Dimentio, but it's basically Mr. L and Dimentio combined, and it's a really good fight.
Okay.
You should play it.
On Wikipedia, it says Dimentio takes control of Luigi once more, saying that the Dark Prognosticus revealed him as the ideal host for the Chaos Heart and fuses it.
Okay.
That's
that
why
makes sense.
Luigi was taken, specifically.
Alright, I didn't know that. I actually did not know that, so the story's even better than I thought. But aside from that, I have nothing left to talk about. It's not Paper Mario, but it has Paper Mario in the title. It's a good game. It's just not a good Paper Mario game, as we've been saying about things.
What about the best game in the Paper Mario series?
Are we moving on to that? Is there any? I was gonna say,
let me
Gavin
answer
looks
that
like he wants.
question first.
Oh, okay.
On the supersmashbros.wikia.com/wiki/negative_zone. I'll just post that in the chat for
We should
you.
talk about it because I actually want to know.
Oh, he's gonna
Yeah,
talk
I will,
about
but I
it.
want to
Just
post it in
given
the
a-
chat.
Come on.
There's a section in there called Origin, and says that the negative zone is a move that's unique to Brawl. However, the name may be a reference to Luigi always being in his brother's shadow, causing a severe inferiority complex. Ironically, Luigi is considered stronger than Mario by the tier list. The fact that Luigi was originally just a palette swap of Mario's color scheme, the negative zone bonus areas in Super Mario Bros. 2, the infamous Minus World glitch
Oh, Minus World is fun.
in the original Super Mario Bros., the inverted overworld in Super Mario Bros. 2, or the fact that every color viewed through the bubble is changed into its false color.
It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat Origins.
So it's just completely unique to Brawl.
Hmm.
But it's just, I always felt that it kind of fit Luigi with the whole Luigi's Mansion kind of stuff. And
I did too. It was just weird because it hadn't shown up in any of the games.
Absolutely.
I like the dance he does.
Wait, what? Oh. It's so weird. I don't get it.
Okay, but let's reel this back in.
I don't have anything else to say about Super Paper Mario. Do you?
Nah.
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay.
We
then
Gucci.
We can move on to my least favorite and
You know what works really well with paper?
stickers.
Fire? Water?
No, you don't want to mess up
Heart.
the paper.
Heart?
Heart.
Paper Mario 6 Star
What a heart
is
sticker.
a traditional.
That's just the
Well,
most
not
powerful.
traditional. Is an RPG for the 3DS, and it's like it's
They brought back the fighting system, right?
yeah they
Yeah,
brought back
RPG fighting
traditional
system.
RPG fighting,
Good.
but
That's a plus.
But
there's so many minuses to me about this game. Like, okay, so you know how like you had commands in order to jump on people and like hammer people or whatever
And
in
quick
old
time
games?
events and everything.
Yeah, like the quick time events are still there.
yeah.
Yeah. But
There are certain stickers that replace your abilities. So if you don't have any stickers at all in your little album, you have a book, you have a sticker album, and you put the stickers in there, and then you rip them out, and that gives you the ability to do those things.
Sure.
And so, like, you have a broken jump. That's like what it's called. It's like, I don't know what it's even.
I don't remember.
It's like a jump. It's a boot with an X on it.
Yeah.
And so you peel that off, and it does like the least amount of damage. Or you have a line jump, and you can, if there is a line of enemies, then you can just jump on them in a row from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, back to 3 to 2 to 1.
That sounds
So
cool.
it's different abilities, but you have like ammo for it.
They're consumable, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of always available based on FP or based on.
Which is the entire downfall of the game.
It's the entire downfall of
Like if it
everything
wasn't an
Sticker
ammo
Star.
system, like if you once you like got a sticker, like you just had that ability kind of thing,
It would have
that
been
would
better.
that would be better in my opinion. this
All right.
It would
kind of ruined the
seem-
game for me.
It would seem to me like if since the game is made that way, they would have made the sticker drops appropriate so that you wouldn't really run
There
out.
are so many stickers in this world. There are stickers on the side of the shop. There are stickers on the side of, like, Mario's house isn't there. But if Mario's house was there, it'd be covered in stickers. There are so many. You don't run out. The problem is collecting them. Like, why? What even?
What's wrong with collecting them?
Okay, when I have to go. Like, farming is bad enough in RPGs. Farming to me is stupid. I hate
Sure.
having to farm up a level because I'm not good enough, because my avatar is not good enough to beat a villain. I want to be good enough to beat it. I don't want my avatar to have to grow and,
It's the avatar strength he's talking about. He doesn't like grinding.
yeah.
Sure.
In order to freaking, like, it's similar in the fact that, like, it's farming or whatever, or grinding, but it's like easy version of grinding. It feels like it's insulting my intelligence, like picking the stickers off of walls and like getting stickers from battle or something, like, instead of experience. There's no experience in this game.
It's all about stickers.
You get stickers and you get coins. You get coins so you can go buy other stickers.
Sure.
And it's just like
It
it's so boring. Like, grinding is fun compared to this.
I feel like you're misusing the term grinding, but okay.
In chat, we just had a picture posted.
Yes.
That's what Matt posted.
I posted that a long time ago.
I remember you
see.
posting that too. I just thought you would appreciate.
I do
that.
appreciate it.
But
But it's like, it's not even about avatar strength at that point. It's just like the mechanic of the game is just, in my opinion at least, it's super boring. And at first it was a neat little novelty, and I was just like, it's one of the very few things. I wouldn't call it a mechanic, I'd call it a gimmick. It's one of the very few things.
sure. But you're saying it's a gimmick in a bad way.
It is.
It seems to me as a design choice that the sticker mechanic is a way to force people to play differently, like have a diverse playset. You can't just go through the game using that one overpowered move, because once you use it, it's gone, and then you have to rely on other tactics.
I would have rather, like, to peel off a sticker, you need a certain amount of flower power or something like that.
Oh,
So they bring
okay.
back, like, the mana pool, and you just have the ability.
I understand. I personally think a system where you have a flower meter and say it's a static meter, like it doesn't, it's not consumable. So say you level up 3 times, you can get a point into your flower meter, and say to get the really good sticker, you need to have a flower meter of 3 or higher to be able to peel the sticker and use it.
I guess
Something like that.
That sounds pretty okay.
That would even be better.
Yeah, that's a
than
good
what they
idea.
did.
It's just like it just doesn't. I mean, it does feel thought out, but it feels thought out like
You think the gameplay is boring.
I
Just-
do.
You don't like picking up stickers.
It's just something that doesn't
It's-
interest me. I'm
It just
Mario.
feels like collecting stuff so you can battle.
Like,
When I'm Mario, I just want to jump on people.
yeah, my interest is jumping on
Just
people. My
wanna
interest is
jump on
hitting people
people.
with hammers. My interest is saving the princess. And yeah, you do. But here's another major
Why,
gripe.
why were my abilities taken away and put in sticker form?
Yeah. Like, and it's funny that you mentioned that. It's like, it's never explained why in this game alone you have to have the consumable ammo or whatever to, like, jump on.
Jump.
Yeah, you can
Like-
jump outside of battle. You can use your hammer outside of battle. I just want to use it in battle. Why can't I do that?
What if the stickers were just your special moves?
If they were just like special attacks?
Yeah, you could
I'd be
jump-
super okay with that.
Yeah, like
And it was still
you have a
consumable
super
and
you have a
everything?
super jump sticker.
Right, but if I just wanted to jump on someone or use my hammer, I
It's
can
just
do that.
regular do it.
I would be so fine with that.
I mean,
It's the fact that everything is consumable. Like, mushrooms are stickers, and it's like, yeah, mushrooms were consumable items, but it's like, at least I had abilities that could heal me sometimes, like Cure or something. Cure wasn't a thing in Paper Mario, but
Probably not.
it was something similar to Cure. It was in there. I know
What
it was.
comes to my mind as to what would make or break the sticker system is how easy or tedious it would be to get the stickers. Like, when you go and peel a sticker, is it a whole Zelda moment with a chest where it's like, let's have this huge wait time while you get this sticker?
It's relatively quick. It's just like, you hold down A, and it's just like, I'd say 2 seconds, maybe 1.5, which is pretty fast.
It's
Okay.
probably like 1 3/4.
Probably one.
I mean, maybe like 1 5/6 to be a little more specific.
But you peel it off, and then it's yours, and it's cool, it's good. And it depends on what sticker you get, because, like, if it's...
If it's a really big sticker, it takes longer to
Oh,
peel.
Oh,
here's
that's fine.
here's my
Well,
other...
I don't know. I'm just saying.
It makes sense. The idea makes sense.
Here's my other major gripe about the game. It's just like, it's not like a time wasting thing about this game, but this is something that is time wasting and it just consumes it, and it's just really bad.
Sure.
We have a question in chat for you.
Okay.
Is the sticker getting Link to the Past fast or Ocarina of Time fast?
I'd say somewhere closer to Link to the Past, but it's in between the two, but it's definitely closer to Link to the Past.
Okay. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're good. Okay, so there are... Let's see. In original Paper Mario fashion, you have this thing in your way, and you can't get past it. So what do you do? Like, if there's a wall and there's a crack in the wall, what do you need for that?
Need the bomb.
You need the bomb. You have to bomb. Oh my goodness. The puzzles are more intricate, and I guess you can argue that's a good level design choice, but...
Gibson wouldn't. Did you see that?
Hey.
No, Gibson's
You're like,
just-
Shake his head.
I think intricate puzzles are good.
I think they are
Why
too.
would
you-
Oh, he
Oh,
was
you're just messing with your hair.
I
Okay.
It's so nice.
Oh wait, wow, I'm
I
feeling
have
dumb.
amazing hair now.
Click, click.
You had the wrong one.
I had the wrong one up. Anyway, one of
That's
the...
Super Paper Mario?
That's what
I see Super Paper Mario on my screen.
I know, it's the delay.
Oh, it's just the delay? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So, like, friggin' one of the major things is you find these, literally, this next thing I have to say, things. You find things.
You find things.
There's literally what it is.
That sounds pretty awesome.
You find thing items, and
I'm not even kidding.
like, one of them is a pair of scissors.
Okay.
No, the first one that you find is a fan, excuse me. And it's blocking your forward path. You can't go that way. It's just like, man, what do I do? You go all the way around on a different path, and you turn off the fan, and now you have a thing item. You don't know what to do with it yet. You just know it was obstructing your forward path at one point.
Okay.
Now you have the thing item in your possession. You have the fan.
You have a fan. It blows things.
It blows things. You get to the next linear part of the game. It's not open world anymore.
Okay.
Everything's not connected to a hub. It's like,
Left to right. I get it.
well, no, it's overworld map.
Overworld. Oh, so you like
Choose levels.
Okay.
It's pretty bad. But it's I think it's World 1-4. It's like the windmill place.
A windmill.
Yep. So what do you think you have to do?
You gotta make the windmill blow.
Yeah, but up to that point in the game,
Windmill doesn't blow.
I mean, I guess not.
you have to blow the windmill.
You have to blow the windmill.
Maybe you do. I'm not.
You have to
I'm
make
not.
the windmill spin.
There we go.
Up to that point in the game, you know that there are thing stickers. You had a scissor sticker that takes up way more room in your album than anything else does. You peel off that, 3 scissors come out of the sky and just cut the enemy, and it does like 20 damage. A normal enemy has like 8 health.
Okay.
So that's pretty
Whoa.
strong.
Overkill. Why
It's
would you
super
use that?
overkill, because some things
Like a boss.
like
Like for a boss, because like for regular enemies,
I
like you wouldn't
thought
use
we
something
weren't
like that
talking
regular.
about overpowered. I thought we were talking about stickers.
oh, I'm still talking about stickers,
But
but it is overpowered. It is
Yo,
overpowered.
this game is stickers.
Yeah, man.
Like
It's not Paper Mario, it's Sticker Mario.
Sticker Mario Paper Star.
wow, it's quite the game.
It's gonna be the Wii U version.
Oh please stop
Oh
it now.
gosh. Let's not.
We're not there yet. We're not at predictions yet. So you get the fan, and you saw earlier that you have things stickers as well. So you're like, hey, maybe I can turn this into a sticker. And there's this guy, sure enough, that runs a shop where you can throw the things onto this wall. The wall is so hard, it turns into a sticker. That's like how they describe it to you.
Oh.
You fling it so hard against the wall, it just shoves it into a sticker.
Okay.
And so now,
Isn't everything paper?
except for those thing items, the thing items are real human world items. It breaks the fourth wall.
That sounds really cool.
It's really neat when you first encounter it.
Connor, are you okay?
What? I'm serious.
All right, Connor.
I'm
so-
looking at the thing items. There's a vacuum.
There is a vacuum.
I just whip out a vacuum. It's not a sticker. It's not paper.
It's like an actual
It's just
vacuum.
it's an actual vacuum until you turn it into a sticker.
What's the point of that? Why not just make a vacuum sticker?
I don't know. That's part of my gripe. I'm almost there. You go to the shop and you throw it against the wall and you get a fan sticker. It's like, cool. And then you go there, you go back to the windmill. It's just like, I want to use my fan now because I couldn't use it before, but I know I can use stickers now.
Okay.
But how do I do that? Well, they teach you about this ability called paperizing, where you know how everything in the world except for the thing items are made of paper. If that weren't enough,
Yeah.
your Navi character Kirsty can take the entire paper world, the entire 3D paper world, smush it flat onto one piece of paper, and Mario and Kirsty are just floating above it like freaking God or something.
Go
and you
on.
can take things away from the world, you can add things back, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
But like I said, it loses its charm really fast. Because what you have to do is you get the thing item, you put the thing item into a sticker, you go back to the place where you wanted to put the thing sticker,
Make it all flat,
make it all flat,
and then put the sticker where you want.
yep.
Okay.
And then
Sounds
it
pretty
triggers.
intuitive to me.
It's intuitive, it just takes a little bit longer than I would. It's not hard, and it's not bad, it's just, like I said, it's boring.
Boring.
Like the puzzles, the way you solve things is just like, those are really cool. But it's like finding some of the items aren't even necessary to find, and it makes everything feel thought out, but it feels like it's working against you in the wrong way. Like you want to give your player, I feel anyway, you want to give your player a fighting chance at the same time as putting an obstacle in their way. It's just like, all right, I'm giving you all the information. I'm giving you, like, they did that. It just feels really...
You didn't think it was fun.
It wasn't fun for me.
I see.
Like, the first 2 chapters were fun, and then the rest of the game just felt samey and boring.
I mean, couldn't you say that all of the Paper Mario games were rather samey throughout?
I would say that was
Fight
broken up
Lines?
by Peach and Bowser campaigns, and it was also broken up by getting the badges, and that gave you different ways to play. Stickers give you different ways to play, but there are no, like, the biggest quick time event that you get with the thing stickers is mashing A. That's all you do, and it charges it up, and the scissors, like, get bigger or something, and then it does more damage than 20. It does, like, 35 or something.
Are you sure it's just, like, there's more than just mashing?
I think maybe 1 or 2 of them have, like, specific presses, but they don't give you, like... You know how, like, in the originals, like, there was, like, an obvious point in Mario's hammer arc where like
Yeah.
it would like sparkle or something, and then you press the button. There's nothing like that for the thing stickers.
So you just have to know it.
You just have to know it, which is not very intuitive.
Well, considering how often they give you stickers, I'm sure instead of being something that you would just know, you'd have enough time to mess around and do different things to find out.
I would say so too. Like I said, it's just it breaks up like some of the combat and gives you more options. It's just not fun. Like the badges gave me, there were, how many badges are there? I'm gonna look in Paper Mario the 1,000-Year Door. There were so many badges. There were so many ways to play. It's just a lot.
I see.
I don't know how many
The
badges.
concept of Sticker Star sounds really great to me.
I think it was just implemented poorly, in my opinion. Crap, it doesn't... I found all of the badges, but
They don't say
it
how
doesn't
much.
say how many there are.
So tell me about the story. Is the story done well?
The story's dumb.
The story's dumb?
The sto-
Oh, he shot that down immediately.
Like, if the battle mechanic can be considered, and, like, interacting with the world to get more stickers and more things to face off against enemies is its best, the story is considered its worst.
Give me an idea. Like, what's...
Peach gets kidnapped by Bowser. Save her.
That's
Okay, something I've noticed on that, whenever he doesn't like something, he talks louder,
I'm sorry.
but also more monotone.
I see.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm really
I
sorry.
mean, you're not false. Yes, this is what happens.
it's a classic save Peach deal.
Like, it was more boring than freaking original Paper Mario. Paper Mario, at least he stole the Star Rod, and that's why he was more powerful. I mean, I guess because of the royal stickers. All right. You have
stickers.
you
I was
have
about to
the
say, didn't he, like,
sticker.
absorb a sticker or something?
You get the sticker fest, and this comet comes down, and it's just a spectacle for everyone to see. It's the sticker comet, and it's just like it comes once every 100 years, and it's like, oh, that's really neat. You're not supposed to touch it. You're never allowed to touch it. If you touch it, bad things rain down upon your land. And that's for anywhere the sticker comet visits. Like, it seems like the sticker comet kind of has a mind of its own, almost. But, like, Bowser touches it and F's everything up, and then the
Because
sticker...
they, like, separate and everything.
Yeah,
It's
it
apart.
separates into little sticker comet bits.
Would
And-
it be 7 bits?
No, these are at the end of every single level.
Oh, okay.
And it splits into the bigger parts of them are Royal Crown stickers, which are placed by Bowser on his little henchmen people. Like, yeah, that's another. It's like they took everything about Paper Mario, but then just added like original Super Mario Brothers formula to it. Like, how much more boring can you get? Like, okay, I give you a meadow as the first overworld kind of
Sure.
trend. What's the final boss, or what's the boss of that
The
area?
boss of a meadow. How about
a Goomba.
groundhog?
It's a Goomba.
Oh,
It's a Goomba. It's just a Goomba with a crown on.
Called it King Goomba.
It's like it's King Goomba,
Queen
except
Goomba?
whoa.
Goombetta?
there
Oh, is it a Goombetta?
there's
Why are you looking at my screen? I don't know. I'm not looking at anything.
there's
It's
more to
probably
it
like-
than that.
Goombario?
There's
He's
definitely
come back and he wants to be like, I'm better than you now, Mario.
You're gonna be part of my fan club.
There's definitely more to it than that, and I'll explain in a second because it's better.
It's Mega Sparkle Goomba.
Is that really what it's called?
Mega Sparkle Goomba.
That sounds
my
awesome.
goodness.
Look at him.
Oh, man.
All right, so don't look at the rest. Don't look at the rest. I'm gonna tell you
I'm
about.
just looking at Mega Sparkle
Okay,
Goomba.
I'm gonna tell you.
looks
What
awesome.
I'm gonna tell you. The next area, it's a desert.
Oh, it's a Pokey.
Yes.
That makes sense.
You just know.
You just it's like
It's thematically, it makes sense.
thematically it makes sense, but it's not interesting.
It's not
Paper Mario
creative.
was always interesting. It was always creative. It's paper, for God's sakes. This is new. This is interesting. This
I
is
don't know.
just
I don't
same
know. I
old
don't know if paper's new.
I mean, it's
And
just an
it's
aesthetic
just like
thing.
it
It's
hasn't
Tower Power Pokey.
Tower
Tower Power Pokey.
World
Dude, all
3.
these bosses sound awesome.
World
I
3.
don't wanna
It's
look
a
at-
it's
no,
a it's
okay.
like a swamp.
Where's bosses?
What's it called?
A swamp.
What, I'm trying to see what it's
Tower
called.
Power Pokey.
Please help me, someone. What is this
I need, a
place
better, I
called?
need a better picture.
I really don't know.
World
What this-
3 is a forest.
It's like a swampy forest type deal. I don't know what it's called. Is what I'm trying to figure out though.
Is it a fuzzy boss?
No.
No, not fuzzy.
So sparkly. That should be Mega Sparkle Pokey.
Dude, I don't know.
Where
the
did you
song.
find the bosses?
It's
on
on
the
the
same
wiki.
list as Sticker Star. You just scroll down.
I mean,
Okay.
these bosses, I'd like to see them. I don't.
Them just taking
Surfshine Harbor?
regular bosses and
Oh.
or regular enemies and turning them
That
into
one
bosses
is a
kinda
little
boring.
different, I guess.
regular enemy
Yeah,
is super
no.
enemy.
Surfside
Yeah.
Harbor is like
Kinda
the top
boring.
of the map. It's
I
Okay.
guess.
it's.
What were the creative bosses in the other games?
I mean, like
Shadow Queen's pretty good.
Shadow Queen was the final boss. So
Bowser is the final boss in this one. That's
Here.
not creative at all.
I guess so.
Bowser is not. All right, I can tell you like okay, the first one in 1,000 Year Door, it's a castle.
It's a castle.
The first area is a castle.
No, what's the boss?
What is the boss? Someone tell me.
Of a castle?
Of a castle.
Is it a thwomp?
It's hard to guess, isn't it? Like, right?
Is it one
Is
of
it-
Bowser's kids?
Is it Bowser?
No, it's a dragon. It's Hooktail.
A dragon?
Dragons don't live in castles. This isn't realistic at all.
What about Shrek, man?
Didn't it live like outside the castle in a
No, man,
volcano
it
or
lived on the
something?
top.
Dude,
the castle.
like it was inside the castle at times. It had a room filled with gold.
It was
Like-
the dragon's castle.
I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
this going.
Dragon's Castle.
I'm gonna keep this going
I
because this is
wasn't aware.
actually some pretty alright points.
Actually, no.
Gonna
that's actually
admit
really
right
good point.
now, haven't seen Shrek in a long time.
Dragons are very canonically associated with
right, right, but it's
castles.
just like you don't see many dragons in Mario games. I guess that's what I would say.
Oh my gosh.
What about the next?
In the
boss?
canon
boss-
of the world.
Why?
All right, look. The Great Boggly Tree. Like, what does that even sound like?
It's
Like,
not
what
the
even?
tree?
Is the Kokiri there?
No.
Obviously.
Are you about to tell me that a tree is the creative boss?
It at least looked as no. It at least looked aesthetically interesting. I would say the Great Boggly Tree. The boss of that one was one of Grotus's henchmen. It was Crump. And
Lord Crump.
Lord Crump, excuse me.
Lord Crump.
Okay.
Too crunk for me. The next
Trust
chapter
him
is
by his
called
rank.
"Of Glitz and Glory," and it takes place in the Glitz Pit. And do you know who that is? Like, all right, I'll tell you all of like the main people that you interact with. You interact with like this assistant that you have named Jolene. She's like your person's like, all right, your next match is ready. Get out there.
So it's like an arena.
It's an arena fight. It's an arena fighter thing. I don't know. The champ who you think you would fight is Rockhawk. It's a Koopa. Here, I'm
Rock.
I'll find it.
Please.
Sounds cool.
Rockhawk is really cool, and it's just like, oh man, I'm gonna get to fight against him. He's the champion.
Sure.
Oh, dude, this guy.
He's amazing.
Dude, look at that hair. It's fantastic.
But you're making it sound like he's not the dude.
Because he's not
Well, then
Ooh.
who is?
Grubba.
Grubba.
It's-
Oh, he's a clubber.
Yeah,
Oh man.
He's
Grubba
like-
the Clubba.
he's like the organizer of all of the matches. Like Jolene tells you when it's time to go out, but he's like the I think McMahon was the one that dealt with WWE.
Dude, Vince McMahon?
I think so. Isn't that who he is? Like, doesn't he organize all the matches and stuff? And then
I mean,
sometimes he fights.
So he's like the announcer.
I guess, kind of.
yeah, Grubba is the announcer.
It's Grubba.
But then you find out Grubba is harnessing the Crystal Star's power for his own. And it's
Okay.
just like, he's making money off of it, and he's like making bank, and it's just like, you can't do that, it's a Crystal Star. I don't know, it's just like, yeah, I guess Grubba is like, or Clubba's are staple Mario or boss enemies. Jesus. It's just like, is they,
Let's calm down.
they're strewn about
Take a deep
differently.
breath. Count to 10 or something.
It's like
Two,
the reason you don't like sticker
3,
stars bosses.
4, 5,
What are you
keep
counting?
going, 6.
It sounds like
7.
the reason you don't like sticker stars enemies are because they're the enemies.
Thank you.
They're like the staple enemies in Mario that you don't want to see. You
Yeah.
want to see some of the less staple. Would you have called it creative if there was a Hammer Bros boss or a Lackey 2 boss?
I would have
Not.
called it more like one of the mini bosses in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga is a pair of Hammer Bros.
You want to know what's fantastic? There is a PD Piranha boss.
That sounds
And-
fantastic.
and
That
what?
sounds as uncreative as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I think having like reoccurring bosses or like
They already
staple
have
bosses
Bowser.
and
That's a reoccurring / staple boss. They don't. If they just have a bunch of these, it's not good. It's lazy.
And it's just like, wait, what was
It's like,
the?
dude, people love
What
PD
is this one?
Piranha.
I
Put
forget
them
what
in
this one
every game.
that's how it works.
I mean,
That's not.
What?
it's
Okay,
not.
you have.
I don't
this,
ever buy the Mario game for Mario or Luigi. I buy it for PD Piranha.
Yeah, really. I mean,
I mean-
obviously.
Here's like my favorite one. It's like out of all of them, that's like the most creative out of the least creative enemies. You're at like Snow Peak or something. What is it?
Sure.
What's the boss?
Snow Peak.
I've already seen it. I can't.
Oh, you-
Yeah, I've already seen it.
Guess.
Let's see. Snow. Giant snowman? I don't know.
It's a snowman.
Pretty close.
It's
This is not.
Mr. Blizzard.
Mr. Blizzard.
Mr.
It's a snowman,
It's like
and he like builds up a giant ice statue of Bowser.
A snow statue.
And like that's like the most creative out of all of them.
What do you think makes it creative?
It's not an enemy
It's-
already present.
It
It's-
is.
The snowman's an enemy already
Um,
present, but
Well, maybe not in this game, but snowmen show up in other Mario games as enemies.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Out of the least creative, it's the most creative because like you're not just fighting the snowman, you're fighting what he made.
I guess.
I don't know.
It
It
seems
just
like-
seems like it's very, very boring, and it just seems the world gets really, really like everything. Like I said, looks aesthetically good, but it's just like everything's. It just feels really, really boring.
Gooper blooper.
Yeah, Blooper was the boss of the
World 3.
World 3, the forest swamp area.
I can dig it.
In
Mm-hmm. See-
chat as well, they're saying that snowmen were in Super Mario 64.
They were.
Yeah. But
That just kind of furthers my point, though.
I think there's a problem if you want to make enemies that aren't part of the series, because then they just look out of place.
No,
There's a way to make.
boss.
Yeah, there's a way to make
character.
them in place, like to make them look like they fit with the world. Like,
Like, I would argue that Gooper Blooper is pretty cool.
So would
I don't know how the fight goes. He looks like a giant blooper that
Well,
wrecks
here-
your shit.
yeah, he's a giant blooper, but every single other Paper Mario game has had Super Paper Mario. Yeah, every single Paper Mario game has had giant bloopers that you fight, but they've been mini bosses.
Never mind.
I
He
see.
could have just been delegated to that position as a mini boss again.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Gooper Blooper is also in Sunshine.
he is. And I just don't know. It's the bosses. It's not the only thing that I feel really like. You remember how I said the thing items earlier? How they were weird to deal with or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, they were cool. Like it was good level design, I guess, to incorporate them with the puzzles and everything. But the last place you'd think that they'd be useful, they're useful like at their max. Like
What do you
okay,
mean the last place?
my last place. I need to stop doing that. I'm sorry. Sorry about it.
You're conveying your feelings for me.
I don't want to do that. Okay.
His feelings are the most important to him. He doesn't care about
Can you
Gibson's.
not do that either?
My heart.
Can you please? I'm not a bad guy.
I can twist your words into it.
I'm not a bad guy, and I'm not a bad guy. I'm not either of
Are
those.
you a bad girl?
No.
Hey,
Not
you a
bad.
houtfish?
It's
Outfish.
freaking. Gosh, got me off track. Okay, so the bosses.
Yeah.
Like you have all these stickers in your repertoire, and you're just like, dude, I'm gonna f this guy's. I'm gonna f him up.
F him in the A.
He's got a ton of health. I'm talking about the first boss, the first
Mega Sparkle Goomba.
Mega Sparkle Goomba. Mega Sparkle Goomba is like this little tiny Goomba, and he has the royal crown on, but he combines with like 15 other Goomba,
Dude.
and to big one giant Mega Sparkle Goomba, and you're like, oh my goodness, I have to deal with this guy. He has like, I wonder if he has 80 HP. Does he have 80 HP?
This is like.
He has a ton.
This is classic RPG.
He has 90 HP, and it is classic RPG.
Take a really simple enemy, give him a twist. It's a boss.
Doesn't mean it's good.
I didn't say it. Yeah,
I don't
it's.
think anything about it's bad.
I think it's bad. But anyway, it's just like where it does kind of get creative, it's like it loses me, and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't know why I don't like it, but I don't like it. This is one of the things where I don't. Yeah. So Mega Sparkle Goomba takes forever because the most that your attacks do, like your best jump, which is like the super shiny jump sticker,
Sure.
does like, and it's a pretty decent amount of damage. Just like 11 on its first hit, and then it does 5 other attacks. It's like 11 jump, and then 5 jump, and then 3 jump, and then 1 jump, and then 1 jump. So it's
it does,
like altogether,
20
it's like
about damage?
it's about 20 or 21 damage.
So that's like a fourth of the dude's HP.
which is it's pretty good, but the battle still takes a long time because those are hard to come by. Those are like the most
Right.
rare jump item in the game.
And boss battles should take time to complete.
I think they should take time, but like because you're struggling with it, not because like the tools that the game gave you weren't sufficient. And
But the tools are sufficient.
but there's one tool that's way more sufficient than anything else that you could have.
And you know what? It's rare.
It's
You-
rare, and I would say, and maybe that's why I don't like it, and I guess I should stop doing that and saying games are bad because I don't like it. I didn't figure it out immediately, and maybe that's good game design, but I didn't figure it out until I looked up a walkthrough of it.
Figure
I
what
spent,
out?
like, at the end of the battle, Kirsty's was like, man, that was a hard boss, or not boss, she's just like, that Goomba was really, really crazy, and it was just like, do you think there was a better way to deal with him? And it was, It's
So
like,
the game's like, this is
The
a
game's
really...
like, quit being bad.
yeah, it was just like this. She says this was a really long fight, though. Do you think you could have used less stickers? All right, here we go. You know how it's 15 Goombas combined into one big Goomba?
How can we separate the Goombas?
How do you do that?
Maybe scissors?
Fan sticker.
The fan sticker, you blow them apart. How do they combine?
They're just like stacked on top of each other, and then when they flip around, it's like a different part of the Goomba. So like, there's one Goomba, and then it flips around, and you see the Goomba's shoe.
Okay.
So you blow them away.
Yeah, you blow them away, and that's literally the entire battle. You don't have to do any more damage to them.
That's so stupid.
Yep. And
I mean-
every boss has a weakness like that. Some aren't one-hit KOs, but like
You use
they
the
all have
Ving?
stuff like that.
So you have to use the Ving sticker that you collected on your way to the boss.
No, because the thing sticker, you get the thing item, you slap it on the
I
wall.
hate that it's called that.
I hate
A
it too.
thing item.
I hate
It's
it.
so stupid.
What? I'm gonna look in chat quick.
No, they're called thing items.
What is happening in chat? I just want to know.
One person is just
Set on
saying-
Keys was talking about IROC, and IROC looks like a Zelda boss. We're like, oh, it looks like a
right
Zelda
here, I have
boss,
the picture. It looks like Bongo Bongo.
and he's like, but it's Mario.
What is that?
We're like, yeah.
He said it's from.
Oh, is that
Mario Kart
64?
DS,
Oh no. Okay.
Super Mario 64 DS and Super Mario 64.
It does look like a.
And he was just saying like we should
Zelda
have more
boss.
original bosses like that. And here Connor over here said it looks like it's from Zelda, and I said it's totally Zelda, and
It
he
looks,
thought I was being serious,
Oh.
and that I didn't know it was from Mario.
Oh.
Now that we've done.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I
explaining
was.
the chat.
I just wanted to read. I just wanted to see chat. What was
It's
happening?
all
Yeah,
good.
chat pulled up.
I did have chat pulled up.
So what
Why
we're
weren't
saying
you
was the